Alright, assalamu alaikum badingolu. Bi fanan ngali konton kote ngal tola anali jamundangolu. Mobe dawoda dron kabirin Gambia fo Gambia e bantala mba folal mumela be ko assalamu alaikum. Badingolu konton diro kola bi fanan nal sedunna programo to Mengbe Kering. Mengbe Kering nkafo wala nyama nga dati wala nyama mba foka wala nyama andum fanan Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala la man sabaya to fanan mbe continue la ka banke wala nyama mbadi Gambian kolu ndalta kala nyamin wati bi fanan mba kala wala nyama wala mnyindi ko mbe programo datila ning man satalla tola bismillahirrahmanirrahim ka Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala to warandi ka tentu ka jayi anin ka duwa ala kilaye mimun nakunti bati Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam nyin kammala ntolmini yalon ko mbe duniya jang baluwo kono man fen kaye fen betolu to mi ya sabu ala kontani ta fayen tolu tujang bare fanan sabante furelu fanan min yalon ko tata imam fen kaye fen kala jaw malto mi ya sabu ay wul samban tolu nyala wala ya sabu ntol min yalon kon tuta duniya jang opportunity benyele nyin kammala wati ka ala tentu ka jayi ka to finkon wato lubela nyin kammala entu duniya jang amanna dan simaya dan mala bari fanan amuruntale ka jata kende yalu dinna anin kam sotonde wato min yalon ko natan fele nalbe sirin jam nde katal so wala kamma wala ya sabu ate wati ntolu jongolo kan na nyanto lon fardo lon puru ka Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala to waran barbadi ngolu tankobe Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala bulu bari ngatele tanko da datelo mutanko mariyoti mbe tanko nyinna bulu nyin kammala asen tankandi nengola jawyala bari kukurungol min yalon ko bebe duniya anin nyim fitinolu abe mu nengola do kuwalati mbe Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala danila fasen tolu tankandi nengola o masi boduda anin nengola kajafirol bari fanan mbe Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala danila nyin kammala asem manta ben nengola manta ben wala bari fanan kayrol min yalon koy bebe duniya kono anin nyaato tal min be duniya kono abemu Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala kayro nengola manta ben wala ya sabu fansa wal du'a bari fanan kanto Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala na jongo min kanta setano buka o filindino nyine ya sabu fanan wati mbe nyorin kumbali ngol kan ka Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala dani fasen kantan na nyim programo kono programo mi yalon ko nga dati din bismillahir rahmanir rahim lela fo nsa kumfano nin alhamdulillahi rabbil alamin badin Gambian kolu bidun programo be talala kunya fulalete kunya folo mi yalon ko montaro miniti tan saba miniti tan nani nolulu ngawol kerkere mi yabi wala mu company mi yalon ko ka foy Preston bari ni nata jibe ko chokore ka dia wolo dale kono Preston molle sotota jammini yalon ko sutatili ibela kuwo kele kan ibela kuwo fasa kan sako ning anata nying ID card printed na mimbe Kering Gambia ani new passport biometric bari nga kalamuta ko printing Preston itolle wondonu dada bare sai nga jere ko iko passport kutol min yalon ko wolle nyanta fintila iko yela dada di foreign company la mi yalon ko wole be Belgium wokono molu nata wuro siandi kaman sakunda jalay ko munayna imang contrat ko jindi Gambia company la fo contrat ko ta yadi foreign company la wormo kullete fana min yalon ko wo kammala momo ke tale fo bar Preston bedering nyine asabu mfutatema kaje ko ni se kacha soto kacha mi yalon ko ise la company fo moli mune muila do kuoti ani to le fe mune ya sabu abekela simfa kuoluti wala mune ya sabu Gambia man sakunda nyanta nyin contrat ko dile tolla bare amanya na dila foreign company amunta bi na nim Preston ko la kachabe base la waleto mimbe Kering ka kenim mandin ka kamalla bare wato dolto ninga molu soto molu mini alon ko luntawon lon sulata ka fen sote buri manna mandin ka kamo moy nka yele mandile nga angale kamulu dundije andun molum jama mi yalon ko wolle kala moy duniya kono angale kanka ke problem balete mafo abe bare ninga yirka afemba bari wate hanen kajin angale kan kuntundengol min bulaje modu ka fonyela ko angale kan talaje ka ko tolman angale kan moy so andum programo dum nanyim programo tonya janning dindingol ba mutalam fe alfalle foloya mutam fe bari nga wuli wala kam alfalle kamara korela ning alfali fahamuro ke sakodulato dami yalon ko fahamuro ma wajon wara bake nana ta politiko la anin kudolu kibaro la fannala ikaje ko niwo alfali ya kalamuta ikela korelu fanantale ye kalamutandi ye kibari mi yalon ko wala be Kering nyin kammala mune fana ya sabu ngam nyin programme ta ngake pio local language wala mnyinte ko mbe manyan na kala fisir walleti na alfalu ye bari na alfalu tonya itolu man tubabu karanwoke bari amanke nyin kammala koy man karango Kenya siyatale karango fanna siyatale amanke ko katasi classroom on kono ike karandi ABC la wala ye karandi bata sala wala ye karandi ABC la karango mu fennete mi yalon ko aka kenole dawoda bari na duniya baluwo tili wotili ninga nyalu ku fojanni wato min nambe sinola kotan wo be ka ke karango leti ndammal ka karan nyobulule nka karan jamanu luto nka karan tundo luto so wala ya sabu na programu lu stikta kaje ko ka kenem mandin ka kangola bari nin ko local language mandinka kango wala mu kango te mi yalon ko akoy tantama mandinka kango wala mu kango te mi yalon ko afasatantama mandinka kango wala mu kango te kango mi yalon ko nkam fango express no wala kono so nyine ya sabu nka mandinka kango sambana bara manke kuwo kuti bari momo fana yalon ko ilafta kibaro dida walla nteka minke ilafita wasifa kala nisa keno nin kandola wo fana be mo la faleti kato ko bato buka la fibalia la fala so nyine ya sabu butum badi mo bi na programme la kumfa folo kunya folo be kala wolati nitol sekata bad limbota woto programme la kunya fulanyawo wala be kala munti wala munyenti ko nyim funding kelu min yalon ko e ko foye deport leba wala foye sendi leba wala foye ton fangole seyti fangole diamo siat ntolu Gambia fengo fennata sayin adiamo se siambulu ndamal senyo sapun ndamal nyo kamo jandi ko janne wato min na woko fanambe deila so nyine ya sabu tumala minna ngalla moy role ke nga video lu lamoy nga molu lamoy nata mol la banke fo je kayla banke lu moy katandi ko tumala minna itolu nata tubabu dule asylum le dunde ila wo asylum lu fedita tubabu du banko lu data ila dolu murundi wolu molu nata dulale soto dulal min yalon ko kata bole rola wolto ka Adama Barrow la man sakunda bole anin ka European Union bole butum malon jumale nyin dula fo nyim moli ko jelon bole dulate anita ta bole rola damin je foybe kututela wolbe kutotela no foyte kutotela no je foybe la watajo lu bayla no foyte la watajo lu bayla no je buton ning alay niyo sindi wo fanan na wokum kunya fulanyaw o wato le mina abolale nyoto bayring abe kumaya le folo moli yalo munemu asylumoti moli yalo munemu sukuroti sako moli min yalon ko wolle be lamoy kan Gambia min yalon ko ka moyle sukuro bare malon ka moyle asylumo ya lonne baraka tama nyamin aman koyma so bi lafita kawo be ko inde mol la nyin kamala mol min yalon ko be tumirol kala ni be tumirol kala se tumirol ke ko isa lonko e buka diamu yiri kuntoliye katu ko ni video dada doro e kadiamu hadama di wonle wo hadama di wonle te kadiamu mol min ye wol ke la kumo moyle kumo mi yalon ko e wole tukoma yemin dam mafo abuka dawo moyola bari imam min fango fo idasata min ne min to koma la moy la ka jele moy nyine ya sabu bi abe kuma ya la ka je busu kendek utom badi ngolo mbaji be la le na pristinin kolu itolbe mun kanne fola foybe angale kamna fola bam foybe mandinka kamna fola bam bari ni nata tumando bi je ni do kul be bon la nyoto le saje ko na programme nyin samba nyanta samba la nyami wala wo kamala dron badi ngolo coming na fale nyami dron okay, you hold on the line. I'm coming back to you, huh? Is that Usman?
Yes.
Okay, Usman, hold on. I'll come back to you. Coming na fale nyamin dorong mbenyin ko woltala le ngi nganin kono tama ningi nganin kono tama isalo momo ya lo dulalong bayrin tolu na do ko tata nata wala mnyinti ko ka kuota ka bo moli e nyoto ne moli e kuota ye du nyoto ntolu ngaje ko idunta nyoto le isaje ko nganalo ngabo mole nyoto butun na programme labandula be kala mente mimbe kere mbenga wolonne wala mo rebellion o mi yalon ko aya kungo wuli kanilay mbe mune kala ka wo rebellion o fa na programme la kum faalu be kala wolete wala mobe dawda dromba falale ko al bismillah ya alla programme to mimbe kering kabrin Gambia fo Gambia e bantala duniya ton kon nano to Gambian ko be dawoda Gambian ko terol be dawoda mbal mumela be konton na sunkarola mba falale ko al bismillah alla programme to Mengbe Kering. Usman,
yes,
I'm not sure if you can speak Mandinka. If not, we'll go into English.
That wouldn't be a problem. I have a colleague here by the name Ibrahim Adabo.
Ibrahim Adabo, Ibrahim Adabo, very good, very good. Okay, good listeners and viewers out there, this is your Mengbe Kering, what's on Gambia, we say it as it is. And in today's program, we've divided the program into two parts. The first segment of the program will be a sort of conversation with the members of President Company in the Gambia. And the second segment of the program will be your proper Mengbe Kering in Mandinka language. But then, this first part of the program, we will be talking in English and the same time in Mandinka for the interest of our listeners. But if you have anybody within President group that can also give us a brief translation into Wolof, or Fula or whatever language, they highly welcome. Just to remind the listeners that President is a Gambian company who has secured a contract with I think the former government, when it comes to the printing of national ID card, national passport, and national driving license. But then they will tell us everything. So since the coming of the new government, we heard that they have assigned the contract of new ID card printing and new passport printing to a foreign company. And that has created a lot of brouhaha, especially within the Gambians in the diaspora. So many people complaining that that is injustice because, for their own views, the contract should be assigned to President rather than the foreign company. So this is why today we took this opportunity to bring members of President Company so that they can talk to us what their company is all about and why they think that this contract should be allocated to them and only them. So stay tuned, never click the dial. This is Mengbe Kering and we are broadcasting live on Gambian Kulu Radio at www.gambiankulu.com. You can also listen to our program via TuneIn, www.tunein.com/gambiankulu, or else you can go to www.thegambiaradio.com/gambiankulu. First of all, I would like to say welcome on board Mr. O.J. Usman. Is it Osman Jah?
yes.
Yeah, Usman Jah, welcome to the show. This is your Mengbe Kering. Welcome to the show.
Thank you very much for having us on your show. We appreciate it, and then saying thanks for having us here. I'm here with my colleague Ibrahim Adabo. He'll also be briefing the people or the listeners in the Mandinka language, as I told you earlier.
All right.
So,
yeah, go on.
As already stated, my name is Usman Jah. I'm a Gambian national.
Okay.
Based and raised in the Gambia. I've been to school here in the Gambia and then graduated and then started working at President Consulting. Okay. This was back in 2006. So I'll give you a brief background of the company profile.
Okay.
President Consulting is a Gambian-based company and one of the first to integrate biometric identification platform. And we've got experience in management. We are the first and only Microsoft certified partner in the Gambia. Being a Microsoft certified partner means you can sell Microsoft products, get training, and sell it across. So we also were the first to introduce the biometric solutions in the Gambia. We've introduced time and attendance system, access control, identification cards. We've also architected the social security infrastructure. We've built the world's first regional credit bureau in Beseo region, covering 8 countries. and these are running on 200 banks across. We are also providers of data management tools to financial institutions, including Standard Chartered, that's Ivory Coast, Citibank in Senegal, Bank of Africa, UBA, Diamond Bank, FNB Bank, to name a few. We are experts in a wide array of technologies, verticals such as Web 2.0 programming, customized software development, Microsoft Dynamics Navision, security software, and IT strategy solutions. So just to give you a brief background of what we do, and these are among our services at Pristine.
Very good, very good. Such a wonderful services, you know. Thank you very much. And now, butumbadi ngono ngata no Mr. Dabo kam. Mr. Dabo.
Yes.
Mr. Dabo mba fole ko bisimila Mengbe Kering e fanan ni mol senyo konton ya mole ila do kunyo e mimfo buti fanan se o sindinye mandinka kam moy lalula.
Okay. Oye bal konton na demo Ibrahim Dawalete. Nim Pristine meta do wala bake Pristine mu institute mu yalon ko kamol employ le train ye develop and then ye use for the can you joke yeah because they like they now for more in Pristine. I'm working as system administrator right now.
Okay.
But I started working in Pristine as a messenger.
Okay, good.
Yeah, that was 2003.
As a messenger?
As a messenger.
Okay.
But now I'm being a system administrator. Yeah. So President Kada company it's like an institute.
Before Mr. Jaya, how come you began as a messenger, but now you are a system administrator? Eh?
Yeah, because being an employee, they give you all access to computers.
Okay.
And then we have colleagues they are always open. He welcome and then he train after $5. And market the market. Dobian was a messenger, is a system engineer.
Yes.
Dobian was a security guard. Now working as an accountant in the Baby Jan Pristine right now.
Okay.
Yeah, so Pristine kada company lete Gambia kono. And the company we are kind of
Sotobake. Okay.
We are Microsoft Silver certified.
Okay. Thank you very much, Mr. Dabo. And coming back to you, Mr. Ja, when did you say Pristine came to into existence? Since when?
Yeah, Pristine began operation since 2002.
Since 2002.
2002, exactly. So that will be like 15 years now.
Okay.
And as an employee, I've served Pristine for 10 years. This is my 10th to 11th year now being at Pristine.
Okay. Was the Pristine responsible for the printing of the all, these all ID and passports in the Gambia? Have you ever entered in contract with the government? Yeah.
Yes, exactly. So that I'm coming to that. These are one of the key events. First of all, Pristine invented the Gambies concept.
The Gambies.
Yeah.
What does that?
Gambies means biometric identification system.
Okay.
So it is a project that's been integrated, and through this system, the government of the Gambia would have been able to already capture details of all citizens and aliens in the country. So this is what it means, Gambies, Gambia Biometric Identification System.
Okay.
So our CEO, ADT Abdurrahman Toure, invented the Gambies and proposes it to government. So by then, Pristine, there was a bid, and Pristine won against 3 other companies.
Okay.
These companies included Semlex, Africa, and Delarin.
Okay.
So the contract was negotiated with the Ministries of Interior and the Justice. So Pristine won the contract, and it was approved by GPPA and the cabinet. So Pristine invested over $3 million in the Gambia project, getting loan from FIB, of course, as a starter. And then government invested $0. So you can see we've spent everything on the project.
Okay.
Start in order to bring up the Gambies project.
Mm-hmm.
So the project has phases. So the first phase was to have the national ID card,
Mm-hmm.
the residential permit A, the residential permit B, as well as the driving license.
Mm-hmm.
That's the first phase. Like when having a project, you come by phases. So the second phase would have included the visa process, the passport, the civil certificates, that's the birth and death certificate,
Mm-hmm.
and the vehicle certification. So we've, nonetheless, we've gone by, or we are at the first phase. That's the national ID, the residential permit A and B, and the driving license.
Okay.
So this where the documents being printed in the first phase.
Mm-hmm.
That's the first phase.
Mm-hmm.
So we were coming up to the second phase,
Okay.
which included the passport, visa, and like I told you, the civil certificates.
Mm-hmm.
But that didn't happen. So we stopped at only printing the national ID, the residential permits, and that's it. So the Gambies is a broad department.
Mm-hmm.
If you check, which included all the ministries,
Mm-hmm.
almost all the ministries, the MOI, Ministry of the MOI,
Mm-hmm.
which include of Interior,
Interior.
which has the Gambia Police Force as well as the GID.
Okay.
You have MOFA, you have the MOFEA, which has the GRA, that's the for revenues and all that.
You
The
mentioned
that
you've just done the ID card, as part of the first phase. Then
Exactly.
before going to the second phase, it stops.
Yeah.
Can you tell us, why this stopped?
Yeah, it stopped in 2010. We had some issues with the former regime or the government.
Okay, good.
That was back in 2010, and there were
2010.
allegations, that the card was false. It was not biometric. We didn't have a database and all that.
Mm-hmm.
So that's how it started. And at some point, some of the key staff were jailed, some exiled, and then that's how the problem began. But then we have a process.
Okay.
There, the project didn't stop.
Mm-hmm.
Because we have a proper process that was in place.
Mm-hmm.
So as you can see, everything was going on smoothly.
Yeah.
Until lately, at 2015, that they decided to stop it completely.
2015.
Yeah.
That was before the change of regime in 2015, right?
Exactly.
Okay.
Exactly. So that was it. They stopped it, and then until now, but we renewed it though. The contract was supposed to be 2009. It started 2009 to 2015.
Mm-hmm.
Then it was renewed 2015 to 2020. It's like 5 years.
Mm-hmm.
5 years, yeah.
Yes.
So as you can see right now, we have a project right now. We
Okay.
have a project with them and a contract
with the government. With the
Yeah.
government.
Yeah, exactly.
Which government? The government of Adama Barrow or the former government?
The former government. So
Okay.
it was never terminated. The contract was never terminated.
Okay, the contract was never terminated.
No.
But then
It was-
you ended up having problem with them, and then some of your workers were jailed, some of your workers went exiled.
Yes.
So, but yet still the contract continue.
Yes, exactly.
The printing of the ID card and the passport.
Yes, exactly. So
Uh,
that's the ID. Just
yeah,
the ID.
just the ID.
cards.
Okay, just the ID card. Yeah,
Like,
just the ID,
yes.
biometric ID card. Yeah.
Exactly.
Okay.
So this is how it is, and then with the new government, we thought it fit that it wouldn't be fair to give it to another company because it will be a breach of contract. Because
Breach of contract.
it's never been terminated, and then it's from here till 2020.
That's right.
Yeah.
That's
So
right.
we have all these documents, that are valid, and then
Okay. Well, what I understand here is you were having this contract with the government, but the contract period is from 2009 to 2000 to up to date.
To 2015.
Up to 2015.
That's 5 years.
That's 5 years. So
and it was renewed in 2015.
Yes.
2020.
And when okay, I don't understand here. When did you have problem with the government saying that your work is fraudulent or is false? Some of the ID cards are false. When did that happen?
Yeah, the whole problem began in 2010.
2010.
Yes.
Okay.
Exactly.
When the contract supposed to be when the contract supposed to end in 2015, right?
Yeah, exactly.
Okay.
So it was dragging, and then until late 2015.
Yeah.
It was stopped completely.
Okay, knowing the government of Yahya Jammeh, when they come on with an allegation saying that the passport, the printing of the ID card, was false, there are a lot of discrepancies there. And, because they might say that, okay, stop the work. Did they tell you to stop the work, or just did they arrest some of your people and ask some of your people to continue working?
Yeah, funny enough, at the initial stage in 2010, we never stopped operation. You
never stopped operation despite the allegations.
Yeah, despite the allegation, it was still ongoing. And then the Gambies project was one of the key generators, fund generators. They've been generating a lot of funds for the government. Okay, I can give you a total, a total of the revenue that was generated. Around talking about 299 million. Okay. Okay. So it's like it wasn't easy to stop it completely because it was generating, a lot of funds. So, and then we had a proper process that was in place, despite some of the people that were jailed, some exiled. The process was still ongoing. Printing the ID cards and then, delivering the services. Okay. Accordingly.
All right. I'm sure this might be, it's up to you if you want to answer it or not, But what I want to ask is that Pristine, is a company which, was working with the Gambia government, and along the line, some of your workers were jailed and some of your workers went exiled. Christian, as a company, what was your reaction, to these people who were jailed and to some of your colleagues who went exiled? What was your reaction to the government doing that?
Okay, we followed the case, and then there was a court case. We had a lawyer, and then we, continue, seeking their release, and then finally, one of our CEO's brother, Hassan Toure, was finally released after they had a, gentleman agreement. They settled it out of court. Out of court. With the government. With the government. The issue was settled out.
Okay, with the government.
With the government, yeah.
Right. Okay.
They settled it out of court. Then the process continued. We continued printing. Okay. Until 2015. Then it was finally stopped.
Okay, and I had the reaction from many people. They commended Pristine Company for professionalism, for for their high standard, moral. So, Bo, tell me why the government who contacted you to print this ID card, and all of a sudden they have to come back and tell you, no, these ID cards are false, the biometric, what caused all that? Just, take us on a journey to that. What caused all that?
Okay, in every development, there are envious or jealous, or competitors that might want what you get. It's the timing. So, this being the case, there were this, kind of jealousy that was going on. And they had to do something in order to tarnish our image. That is what, to just say that or come up with false allegations that what we're doing is false or is fake.
Okay.
It's real. And up to this point, we can verify any of the applicants. If you go to the stations and then you want to be verified, you can be verified with your fingers. And what's the definition of biometric? Using any of your body parts, be it the iris or your fingerprints, right? So once you place your fingerprint on the device, you can be verified easily. It will show your details, or if you give your NIN, this is your biometric identification number. That's unique number for every Gambian. If you reach out to any station and then, or you lost your card, you tell them your NIN, that's your national identification number, then they punch it, your details will show. So it shows you that there is a database behind it, and then the professional technology behind it. So the guys were taking it like, we don't have a database, they don't have a database. Just, you might have a little bit of IT background. Just how can we run such a huge project without a database?
Without a database.
Exactly. So that's number one. That's not correct. As you see, that wasn't correct. So I'll not accuse anyone. But what I know is that there was jealousy at some point, or some greed for them to take over the project.
Okay.
Understand? This is still happening. Like they're coming back to Gambia, trying to seize or get projects from us.
Okay.
Gambian companies, this can discourage us.
Who do you think were your competitors by then?
Okay, the competitors, like I named before, we have one major competitor called Semlex. Semlex.
I think they are Belgian company, isn't it?
Yeah, they are Belgian company, but according to Reuters, we all know Reuters. Reuters published the last time some scandals that they did. So before giving out our projects to outsiders, you have to do key research. A particular company, who they are, who are they, what are they dealing about, what are their dealings. You see, this way you miss out, because if you look online, or if you just type Semlex online, you can see a lot of fraud and then accusations they've been doing.
I know people tend to believe so much on what they read on Reuters or any other website. That shouldn't be our guarantor to say this is this. Okay, before even going there, Mr. Jan, just to make things a little bit clear, I know that you're having this contract with the former government, and then within the contract, there were some legal battles, like you mentioned here. Don't you think that's the thing that put off the new government, because of these legal tussles and then the allegations that your ID cards are false, the printing of the ID cards are false, and this is something the new government has to inherit from the old government. Don't you think so?
Well, first of all, I don't think so. Because that's why we are out here to clarify.
To clarify.
But it well, that is best, to just come out and brief, explain to people to understand that we are doing is clear. We are all Gambians. Young Gambians are here working. They graduated from the University of the Gambia, and we are doing everything professionally. We have the capacity to do it. We have the, all it takes to handle this project. We've done it before. So it's no surprise to us. If they give it to us, we can handle it properly. There can be, no system is 100%.
100%,
You understand? So, and then you get to learn from your experience. We have a lot to improve. We have a lot to, offer. So, given the chance, for sure, we will deliver the goods.
Because all what we want here is definitely for our government to allocate contracts or to create employment for Gambians instead of non-Gambians. Because everywhere you go, charity begins at home, and this is what is, our objective and our call to the new government. But also we have to do things, in a very professional way. Because if, for example, this is a government thing, this is a national thing. If we have a Gambian company who is facing a legal tussle with the old government, with the former government, I think your company should be able to demonstrate to the new government that those allegations were baseless, unfounded, and that you can prove yourself beyond reasonable doubt that you can definitely handle this project when given the opportunity. Are you able to approach the government?
Yes, we are on that process. We've been going around, sensitizing them as well.
Yes.
And then we have all our systems in place. We engaging in exercises, that's verification exercise, to verify randomly, to verify people, across the streets or anywhere, to just prove to them that this is biometric. It's not fake, it's real. That's one way of, that's one way of proving to them that this is real. That is to create the awareness. And I can tell you that we have an existing database of all, Gambians and non-Gambians alike. So it's like to do a restart will be another waste of, time.
I also I understand that the contract is not fully allocated to SEMLEX, but then, from information we had from non-official sources, is that the contract will be allocated to SEMLEX, but not sure that that is true or not. So tell the listeners, why do you think this contract should be only allocated to Pristine and not any other foreign company for that matter? Okay,
I'll give you reasons. To start with, number one, let's say it's totally Gambian. Pristine is a Gambian company founded by Gambians. The vision for the Gambia and operates within the shores of the Gambia and with a total employment of over 300 trained, skilled, and committed young Gambians. Selected from Gambia high schools and the University of Gambia. Like I was telling you, these are young Gambians. So that's one. And then two, we'll run at a realistic cost. The anticipated cost to operate and provide national documents to fellow Gambians are far cheaper and reasonably affordable and attracts a zero investment from the government. The national ID card is only $200. That is at Pristine. Then we learn it's going to be $450 with the competitor. So as you can see, cost-wise, we are cheaper. And we are here for Gambians. That's why we're making it reasonable for every Gambian to be able to afford it. So we will not introduce a lot of cost that, people won't be able to afford. The third point is youth employment. As I told you, Pristine provides employment opportunities for young Gambians who otherwise will be languishing in the high seas. That's the back ways. All this can be prevented. And I can tell you right now, we have a lot of the staff that were engaged in the Gambies project that are sitting down, not doing anything since it was stopped. Can you imagine? And then it's like the employment is also going down there. So the staff are still sitting, hanging there, not doing anything. So the fourth point is technical competence.
Technical competence.
Yes. Pristine is a top-notch Microsoft Silver partner technology company with over 15 years of experience in software applications. The first company to design, introduce, and implement a biometric identification software platform which brought the Gambies to the doorsteps of the Gambians. And the fifth point I can tell you is legal rights. The engagement of Pristine to provide national documents defined under the Gambies project were clearly and legally spelled out in signed and binding contracts with the government. These contracts have not and never been terminated.
Okay.
As a Gambian company, Pristine has legal rights to obtain and win government contracts. We give all the considerations to showcase its competencies. And the 6 points, we have an existing database. Pristine has under its possession the database for 800,000 citizens.
Gambian citizens.
And non-Gambians alike. Which could be used for verification purposes across different sectors of the economy, thereby enhancing socio-economic development.
Good.
So the 7th point, the cost of reapplication for IDs. Yeah, because of the existing quantum biodata residing with Pristine, reapplication will not be necessary.
Okay.
Candidates seeking ID cards will not have to start a complete new process. Filling out the registration form, getting interviewed, all this won't be necessary.
Okay.
With a new provider, all the 800,000 Gambians will be required to reapply again and waste millions of hours of productivity.
Okay.
So 8 point, that's time to start. Yeah, given the strategic location of Pristine, with infrastructure at its disposal, prisons can realistically kick off.
Yes.
And new ID cards will be made available within 2 weeks because we have everything set, everything ready.
Okay.
Once we given the green light, we assure the general public that.
But do you think the printing of ID card passport require such a huge employment? Because few people, 2 people with machines can do that.
No, if we say employment here, because we have different stations across the country.
Okay.
So each station we have station coordinators that we employ, manage and run the business and or represent us at these various stations.
Okay.
Yeah, we know the printing 1 or 2 people can do it.
Yes.
But to create employment, all these people that sell these card holders, it's like a lot of employment is created out of and I can assure you, a lot more employment,
Well, my point here, why employing 10 people when 2 people can do the job? Is it just because of sake of employment, just to employ people to attract the government, or because they will be useful in their employment?
No. To my point, what I mean, like we have different stations.
Yes.
So all these stations, we need to have some representatives.
Okay.
You understand? So not that we need, if we need 2 people, then we get 10 because of employment.
Because it's gonna be over. It's gonna be over. The company will be overcrowded at some point.
Yeah. So these are the people that work outside, like in the various stations or the provinces. So that in that case, you have to employ people.
Okay, good. Thank you very much, Mr. Jan. You are a very good PR. I'll come back to you. Let's go to Mr. Dabo. Mr. Dabo?
Yes.
Mr. Dabo, ite malum fo ila mandinga kan ko ita la fama on koy bam. But sa ke jaran kan mandinga kan wote dan ko molia fahamu rek yalo. Okay, bismillah. Ila kolegi ya mo ila minfo. So na labanta damin nan nite ba cikala wolto wolom nyinte ko. President be insist ne ko ni aje man sakunda nyanta nyindo ko nyindi le tella because of they will first create employment because ni nata jibe wala mu man sakunda fa ngala lo kan ko ngote kaje ko one of the main objective pour ka employment create ka backway syndrome nyin discourage and unemployment within the youths. So bod nga nyin ka min na wala mu nyinte ko ni mo fula nyanta do ko min kala fa be jarla le mo tanta ka wodo ko kilongoke nyin kamalan safo doron kari nyori ya do di Gambia di ngolale. Bismillah.
Okay, abe nyaming. Bana je kwendi.
Okay, very good, yes.
Pani lo muyalon ko, okay, be located in Fayara. You understand?
Yeah.
Okay, but the Gambies is like a separate institute.
Okay.
Contract on be presentable.
Ha.
So immigration need to like operation like a Frontex. Immigration visas.
Ha.
It enrollment ke. It like interview ke. It like a form of fill.
Okay.
So President ka station coordinator is President ka okije. And then the two printer guys. So printer manual ni. Do ka during daytime. Do ya ke during night. Do ka make sure the castle ni sort in a week time or next time. Because name a castle ni say permit BA, residential permit BA, permit ABA, and in national ID card. Okay, before na two stations national me along don't like a printing ke Kanifing and in Banjul. So Banjul, I think Banjul cards or print. Momo bra Banjul, momo ya apply Banjul. You got print the immigration head office and in passe cards. Okay, but Brikama, kata farafeñol, kata oda fankol to be la cards kaurnol be la cards ka print Kanifing.
Ol be ka print Kanifing.
Kanifing ha watu a be ka print jere.
Muna ina ale Banjul nim basse bonda fangoye ali nyindono be dendula kelongala.
No, because two stations.
Okay.
So, Jubele Fanan, that printing in Bessiaring Serekundato, Kanifing, printing in movie, Doldi Banjunamian, printing Dolphan Kera. You understand? So,
yes.
Printing cartoning, I'm not going to send the Damaya print.
Ha.
Manual ning, it can print, it can move print, that verify like a nika print.
What I'm telling you.
Comes with the form from the enrollment office. It only form was long. What do I call print? It will find book print no. The pristine database ni unlock. System is so secure that what in a print. You understand? So for a form one instro, near form one instro, look at that put the form a castle in print. Provided that pristine castle ni unlock already from Fajar. Because we connect to the database to the station and open the cards. Open the database for them to have access to print. They can only print a munje is only print no. Munje can print them. You understand? So one employment income more jamata. Because ajala nini ya print. And nindo enda sila de kakaso ni be double check patek. Ke samba sort outside. Ni fenkol na dai ni la castle pick. No one applicants only na dai la card pick.
Okay.
So one employment nika high.
Itoluka ikate la kato pick immigration never for ikata pick Preston.
No, council pick all the process kake immigration.
All the process. Oh, you have to look at printing the malek.
It all printing in form kake immigration.
Okay, printing in form kake immigration ne bare akake.
President more employee na Gambies, it be Gambies le. You book a report President fan. You go to Gambies every morning and then you work with the immigration. It is immigration like do.
Okay, immigration on la dulato any immigration no kadu ko ke wallet.
Exactly.
Okay, all right. Okay, I got that. Okay. All right. So say ngani nka kudo follow la wolom nyinte ko altol ning nyin contrat ko mu fennete me yalon ko mansakunda follow wala nyin contrat ko dial la purali yake. So alni ba kan fo al fotata wati dantan wati dolto yali tumi iko alla do ko man betia iko tapale yale ba alla do ko kono wo kamala yalla modolu mutaye aresi soron I modolu borte tata si Dakar anin dura kotangolto. So wale ya sabu ko tumala min na woketa mune ya sabu altulbe mune kelano walla altulbe mune tandila no nyimman sakunda kutola ka jeko woli nyanta altelaw contrat ko nyin annim man sakunda koto min ka yali tumi bara man contrat ko nyin terminate bari ayali tumi le foka banko do ko nyin man betia so altulbe mune tandino la nyimman sakunda kutola pour kaje ko ye wodo ku kilomata ya mudundi altoluma ikana di dolula.
Okay, kudanta biye mwano ko polo mwano ko akweta fer. Ya fam, tomorrow ni munketa no ka foko do ko man betea. Iparada ka ko busi moblo. Iparada ko obliga fere jamale na. Ya because na na mo ka foko anata ke tomorrow ti mwano ko ye na boss tumale no. Ka foko apobe drogo le ton bala o kusifa. Atela kontra ko ni talanu ka di dolela. Don't let ka foko ante le ramira ka foko contrat ko ne Gambies printing in koro bijele
Mhm.
ya fam
Ha.
so ina da ke ka fo ina daw tomorrow dol ke mu yalon ko ya landi akan ka fo ko na bari brio be kata ka printing man stop tol immigration tol mun ni ka do ko ke
Ha.
hani say tol mu yalon ko mun immigration kebal fo de mu yalon ko system wonin kon hani say wol ka kumbole pour system wo na back because bria boni pristine bulu ya di narol munna yalon tata murunta back no tolenu
Okay, so biri ya busi altolla alla contrat ko man terminate al continue tala ka printing ke bari ye contrat ko di nar dole fananna
ha munadna
okay
contrat ko ni man terminate no fam bakan nyaje president fon give up ta koro kanna koro so wole ka ke do ko blue masa ka wole ka ke do ko di masa ko na blue
wo mu yaya jamela man sakunda man kuto la yes
anu ka joro on sanne ade ka staff so kan jole consumables ni buke sanga meke orderly from the state mutoni ka fuelle ta capsule ni ngata deliver all the way to Basse Farafanye kata fo fatoro be mu koron anu station coordinator wolanda station be do kola ibe ka jole dol ka jo more than 10,000 dol ka jo close to $10,000 so new company mantra revenue ala kodo sotoka obviously abe
boiler le wala mtonya
because nimpaga so dol tinya data fix la no kodo bukaso so that wala nyama ye press wala nyama pulun kaka na kodo soto so kodo soto wala kuya fon fana because buka na kodo soto
amunta tele be do ko wala badal buka kodo soto
na buri no man buka kodo soto yeah wala na ke problem with fon wala na ke problem
okay so inata contract ko nyinta ya di sulala
la mu yalon ko ni laptop clinic na printing ka ko ndo la mu nyami na be se ko laptop fana ese
okay very good so biri wo mu me be kata Mr. Dabo kabiri wo mu me be kata nga kala mutale ko Mr. Janya fo nyami wolom nyinte ko contract ko nyi man terminate bari altol fana contract ko la terminate balia because ikamen fo nyete wolom nyinte ko ya di sulala le sula ni laptop keline kata la do ko bari immigration no fango be sula altel la do ko nyoya la so kabiri wo ni wo sulala contract di woni bitema jannim fo yaya jamme bita al continue tala ka biometric on print ba altolo as printing as a company or Gambies as a project
and I
stopped telling completely
stop telling
okay
buka print no wato ron nata mweka ko
sula dole ka print
sula dole ka print aka print interior le form
okay very good abaraka bake me wato mimbi ya mo si abake but I'm going back to Mr. Jan. Mr. Jan, okay, yes, Usman Ja. Is it Ja or Jan? Ja, okay. Yeah. Usman Ja. Okay, Mr. Ja, I understand that since this contract has been was disrupted, you never end up printing any card, which means the contract was still there, but then you were not doing the job because of lack of payment. Is that right?
Yes, exactly.
Yeah. So now we understand that the former government you signed this contract with is no more, but this new government come, and then government should be a continuity. It doesn't mean I have a contract with all the former government. When this new government come, there is no contract between us. It doesn't mean like that. So for you, the new government legally should continue with the contract signed by the former government.
Yes, exactly.
Why that? Why that? Can you explain us that? Because I don't get it.
Okay, you mean that?
Because what I'm saying is that the former government give you contract, but then before even the end of that contract, they terminated this contract, but without putting it on the paper.
Yeah.
Because if you say that you are not continue printing, know that the contract was terminated, but they didn't put it on paper, like legally they didn't, you know, officialize it.
Yeah,
So
it wasn't terminated.
it wasn't terminated. Yeah, legally it wasn't terminated, but then they put force there to terminate this service because you were not printing. This is the fact, you know, based on the fact that they allocated the contract to a Lebanese guy.
Yeah.
So which mean, you know, indirectly or illegally, this contract was terminated by the government of Yahya Jammeh, even though they didn't put it on paper. Because if I give you a contract, I'm not paying you and you are not doing the job, you know, we can say, you know, figuratively, the program, you know, the contract is no longer there.
Yeah,
so
but
now
it has to be on paper again.
Yeah, it has to be on paper again. But then, do you remember the people you signed this contract with? Because I'm sure Yahya Jammeh is gone, but then still some people might be in the government. Do you remember people you signed this contract with?
Yes, this is the ministries of the Interior and the Justice.
Ministry of Interior. None of their ministers are there. They've been all changed. Yes.
And it was approved by GPPA and the cabinet.
And the cabinet.
Yes.
But do you remember that the cabinet, you know, was dissolved during the political impasse?
Yes.
Yeah, the cabinet was dissolved during the political impasse. So now, let's forget about all this, you know, because we know that, you know, President is a Gambian company, as you said it. President will provide employment, and then everything they get, that will remain in the Gambia, as alluded by many Gambians. Okay. So now, I think, you know, you should be able to take a proper approach with the new government to secure a new contract. But I don't think, do you think, you know, the government should allocate you a new contract, or they should continue with the contract already contracted and dissolved by the APRC government?
Yeah, it just depends. It just depends on, like you already said, if we take this approach and talk to them, sit and, you know, have a discussion with them, then we put everything on paper.
Yes, okay.
Pen and paper. Then, you know, we take it up from there.
Okay. I'm not a legal expert, but then I would be very much happy if my legal experts, you know, would call in the show. My Skype name is Gambiankolu.Kibaro. Gambiankolu.Kibaro. I can see Mr. Jamil Trawale, who is a lawyer, and then I can also see Yankuba Dabo on Facebook, who is also a lawyer. Please, if you can call us and then, you know, give us some legal advice on that, that would be quite wonderful, you know. So we only have like 5 minutes to go, 10 minutes to go in this segment. If you can call us, you know, Mr. Trawale or Mr. Dabo, that would be great. Or even Mr. Lamin Dabo, whoever, you know, have expertise on, you know, the legality of this contract, please call us and then help the Gambians, you know, to make a choice. Okay, Mr. Jai, you wanted to say something?
Yeah, I just wanted to thank you for the opportunity to come and, you know, clarify.
We all the same. Anything Gambian, like the singer would say, anything Gambian, we are inside, you know. So
exactly.
Yes,
exactly.
yes,
but
okay.
Keeping quiet or being quiet won't solve the issue.
Problem,
you know,
the issue, yes.
At some point, you know, come out and explain to people to understand, because you're hearing different stories.
Yes.
So it's better to hear it from the horse's mouth.
From the horse's mouth. This is why, yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. Okay, we know that the Minister of Justice is Batambedu and the Minister of Interior is Maifati. Has Britain approached these two, you know, figures from the Ministry of Justice and at the Ministry of Interior?
Yes, we are working on that. The process is still ongoing.
Okay.
Yeah, but it's been very difficult meeting with them.
Very difficult meeting with them.
We don't know the reason. It's been very difficult meeting with them.
Okay. Why also maybe it will be proper if you can assign your lawyer to approach them, in both written and organize meetings with them, that these are some of the legal implications if they happen to terminate this contract, because the contract is already there.
Yeah, exactly.
Have you done that?
Yeah, we've done that.
Okay,
we've
all right,
done
okay, all right.
Several, yeah. Okay, that to come in.
Dabo, you wanna come? Yes, you wanna come in there?
Yeah, I want to add something on that. President as a company, as a professional company, and after all this incident, they've been trying, like they've been sending audit team here.
Okay.
From the government, from the former regime, the audit company. But all the result was positive. Like President, they later find out that President is a very clean company. They have nothing. They try to get something that against the company, but nothing happened. Okay. Fortunately. So what I'm trying to explain here is President, the lawyer, when it comes to paperwork, I think they are fully aware to that. And I believe they've been trying to contact the interior minister, but not avail. They've been trying all goal. Even they have a lawyer who is working on that right now. They've been to read the interior minister, but it's been very, very, very difficult.
Very difficult
to read. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, and that's our doubt. Because I'm pretty sure that if we have a Gambian company that can definitely do this work, like by introducing the biometric, even like from a different company, like a foreign company I think it should be a charge. Even by introducing it and giving the name purpose. A Gambian guy who came to introduce that and make we start. And Gambia was part of the 17th country to have biometric.
Okay.
Yeah, the 17th country in the whole world to have a biometric.
I think it's not only enough to say that we Gambian company. You have to prove something that you can do something. Because, for example, in UK here, they can do everything, but sometimes they give contract to foreign companies to come and do it when their people can even do it. So it's not just enough to say that we are Gambians, we are a Gambian company. For example, you are a Gambian company. This is why the former government, allocated this contract to you. But then at some point they turn back and then allege you of falsehood, So, but what is important here is that definitely you can do the job and then you can do it efficiently. But when the new government also came, they have a lot of discrepancies. They have a lot of loophole, especially the way ID cards are issued to Gambians and non-Gambians. So many non-Gambians have their ID card because we all knew how manipulative the former government was. Okay. So I know that wouldn't be your problem because you are only there to help the immigration printing. You don't assess who is a Gambian and who is not a Gambian. Maybe this is the reason why, according to the Ministry of Interior, that they have to stop the printing of the ID card and the possible printing of the passport until further notice. So since that happened, have your company, was able to, find out why, because the minister said this, but as your company was able to find out why, and if yes, what effort have you done? Because I know that the government will not just jump and say, we're going to give this contract to this company and that is final. They have to open up a tender board whereby qualified companies can tender their applications, and that will be looked into, and so that they can allocate, assign one to do the job. So, has that happened already?
Find out why ID cards are given to
No. I mean, have you been invited? For example, you are a Gambian, company who is doing the biometric, and I have no doubt when the government, in the spirit of transparency, the government should open, a tender board whereby, every company, all company will apply. Like you will apply to say that I can do this, I can do this. So, are you aware of that sort of things, as far as transparency is concerned?
And yeah, to be quite honest,
yes.
That didn't come.
That didn't come.
We didn't know about it.
Okay.
We just the rumors that it was given to Semlex.
But you say you just heard from the rumors. Have you approached, because already you have a contract, a genuine contract with the government of the Gambia, either the old government or the new government. But this is a contract between President and the government of the Gambia. So when you heard from the rumor that this contract has been allocated to another foreign company, are you able to do your own findings, official findings, so that you can have official sources, not just from the diaspora or from rumors?
Yes, yeah. But
okay.
Even before hearing these rumors, we've been trying to get to the Interior Minister.
Yeah.
So it's been very, very difficult.
Yeah.
Yeah, we cannot access him. My boss have been trying so many times, so many appointments failed to access, because I know we cannot, like, this project cannot go without the Interior Minister.
Yes.
And the immigration and the police.
Yeah.
It's like three. This project is between the immigration, the police, and the Interior Department. So according to my boss, they've been trying everything, all angles to access the Interior Minister, but no avail.
But all what you are telling me here, this is why I'm insisting. All what you are telling me here, we heard from the rumors that the contract has been allocated to a foreign company. Rumors cannot be official. And President is a registered company with integrity. So do you have to rely on rumors, or do you have to make effort? Because only the Interior Ministry is not part of the government, especially when it comes to contract allocations. Okay, even some of us, the journalists, we will have stories to confirm, and we will be running, behind, to get hold of the minister. We couldn't. So that wouldn't give us the mandate to say that, well, we have to rely on rumors, because maybe the rumors may tell the reality. The rumors may be false, because we know Gambia, not all rumors are real.
That's true.
Yes.
We don't base it on rumors.
Okay. So this is from the official source. Findings. Okay, your own findings. Very good. Very good. Very good, Mr.
Our findings, and then we've written out letters to various ministries,
okay.
And then we've been going within them as well.
Okay.
Explain to the different ministries.
Okay.
This week we'll be very busy on that process. That's why we have to get up and then say it is about time.
About time.
That,
Okay.
Yeah. That
to approach the media. Okay. Very good.
So that's why we've been approaching different ministries. Just last week, throughout, been busy going to different, and tomorrow we have appointments as well. So it's only the Interior Ministry that we have difficulty accessing, and I don't know why.
Very good, very good. And I know, I know this is not my domain, but I know that, as a company, either national or foreign companies, domestic or foreign companies, sometimes companies need lobbyists, especially to get, bigger fish, bigger contracts, But then if, for example, President think that, Yaya Jammeh gave us this contract, there is no way Adama Barrow will not give us this contract. Adama and Yaya, they are not the same. I'm talking about the two governments. Okay, this new government can come, because Yaya Jammeh, when he first come, all the contract he found there, he abolished all the contracts. He came up with his own contracts. But this new government might also say, okay, whoever has this contract with Yaya Jammeh, especially going through the file, seeing that, your company has been, your company was one time alleged by Jammeh. I'm not saying that's the fact, but that might be a possibility. So, but all what we want as a Gambian is for Gambians to get job, because that has been my advocacy here, that Gambians should be able not to rely on government jobs, but they should be able also to create jobs for themselves and for Gambians. And if prison is doing that, definitely we are behind you to support you, whatever, going on. But then my point here is that, Semlex is here. We not even saw that this is officialized because we only had it from Facebook. And Facebook is not the official mouthpiece of Gambia government, So if I told I was prison, I would approach, the Ministry of Interior. If not, I don't see the minister. I will start from the scratch to go up until the time we will meet the minister. But also, it's very good for you to come up and make a media campaign so that because you've been trying, the ministry, they didn't hit your call. But then once they saw it on the media, perhaps they will know that, oh, we have to listen to these people. I think that's right,
Yeah, let them listen to us. As you said, transparency. You mentioned transparency.
Yeah, I mentioned transparency,
so
yes.
If everything is transparent, why not meet us? We sit and talk.
Yeah, that's what doubts me. That's my doubt, because if at all this government come, through transparency, and then this is what they want to emphasize, this is what they want to build their foundation on. So I see no reason when they contracted this contract to Semlex, they will hide it. I think they will come on and announce it. But as of now, they haven't done any announcement. So I think, still there are more opportunities for prisons to take over this contract. But then also there are means and ways how to, secure this contract back. It doesn't mean you have to sit until they call you, because this government might not even go through the passport who was printing. Because remember, by the time they came in, you were not printing the passport. A Lebanese guy was printing the passport. Maybe they were not even aware of you. Who knows? Yeah. So this is just a tip. This is just a tip. This is just a tip to tell you that perhaps you should be able to, contract more lawyers, because the more lawyers you have, the more you hurt. If you have more lawyers, every time they have letters on their desk, they will know that something is happening and we have to, reply to this. That is my point.
Exactly. Yeah, exactly. That's the only thing holding it now. If we have a dialogue and then sit and talk, and they give us a chance to express and prove ourselves.
Very good.
Then they can pick it up from there.
And I don't think that should be. And I don't think that should be a problem. Because you're a Gambian. We have a Gambians in the government. It's a Gambian government. Yep. So that wouldn't be a problem. I don't think. That. For you to sit and discuss would be a problem. Maybe the way or the approach. Maybe you have to change the approach, or you have to increase. The way you are approaching them. I'm not too sure.
Yeah, that's why, like I told you, we're embarking on this campaign, going to different ministries.
Yes.
We are still trying until
we're
able to finally meet and sit with the ministries of the interior.
Okay, good.
Not that we are meeting other ministries, but we are still trying. Every day we are
because
trying.
This is also our job. When we realize that the government has allocated contract to a foreign company without transparency, we will also voice it out, because all what we want is a transparent government. So we should know where our money goes to. We should know who is designing our ID card, who is printing our passport. It's a right of citizenship to know that. So this is why I think, I said, obviously, I'm with you as Gambian company, but also I have to wait until the official version of this contract is out, so that we can also, take government to task. Why are you giving this contract? Because today I'm asking you, why this, why this, why this? So the next day will be to ask the government, why do you have to give the contract to Semlex? Why and how? Who gave it to them? On what purpose? So we are fully behind you, President, as a Gambian company, So now, since, we don't inform our lawyers to come earlier on to give us some legal advice, I will arrange a special session with them whereby, I will seek their advice. But then, but then now it's time. I want you to, in 3 minutes, to tell us, try to convince the Gambian audience why they should support you to, secure this contract, Mr. Jah?
Okay, exactly. Like what we always believe in is Gambia first. Gambia first in what? If we say give it to President, we're not only shouting that we are a Gambian company, but they think we have the competency. We are fully competent to handle this job. We've done it before. We've surprised Gambians, when we first introduced the biometric ID card, verification, it was secure, and the banks, the embassies, all had confidence in us. You see, the confidence level was going high. They trusted in the system, such to a point that, it was appreciated across. So that's one thing. And then the other thing is, like I mentioned, employing the young,
young Gambians.
Because you have a lot of these guys that were printing the cards, they're sitting down doing nothing. So if we get this project back, all of them will be, employed again.
Okay.
And then help their families.
Wow.
Also, the other thing is the Gambian data, like our own data, will be sit in Gambian hands.
Good. So
if we have our data, imagine who knows what these other foreign companies are doing with our own data. We don't know. But if we have it, it will be secured in Gambian hands. Yeah. So also new businesses can, arise, like health insurance, credit bureau, banking, finance. We have all this, in plan. We've done it before. We are not new to this. We are no novice to this. We know how it goes. Like I was telling you, there are ways to improve, and develop more. As you can see now, we are in the technology era.
Yes.
So things are changing. We have plans for Gambia. We have a lot that we can offer. So if given the chance, I can assure you and assure all Gambians that we'll deliver, and they'll be surprised. They'll be amazed that, wow, who's doing this? Are these Gambians? And I can tell you, I won't brag, I'm the very one who designed the ID cards.
Yes.
All the ID cards that you see now, I designed them. My work is, area of specialty is UI, that's interfacing, doing interface and design.
I think you are the one behind the IEC website as well.
Exactly.
Yeah.
The IEC website, the President Consulting website, and now Gambies website. We normally develop this.
Yeah, maybe all these ministries should come up with their own, will come up with their own websites, and then the contract will continue to grow and flourish, continue to flourish more and more.
That's what we wanted to introduce in Gambia, because people and many institutions are not having websites.
Yeah.
And then they use like email system is poor. They're using Gmail, Hotmail. They should use their own domain emails.
Yeah.
So, for business purposes, this is what we'll be introducing shortly.
Okay.
To embark on a campaign for all these institutions or local businesses to have websites at reasonable prices.
Very good. Very good. Very good.
Yeah. So we're encouraging on technology and then paving the way forward. We have a lot to offer. Definitely, since we can do it elsewhere, why not do it in our own country?
Okay, thank you very much. I'm sure this is not gonna be our last conversation. I will be inviting you time on time so that we can talk about many other issues. And I wish you can secure this contract so that we can invite you again and talk about your work and talk about the contract itself and talk about the new innovation when it comes to ID card printing and when it comes to passport designing. Yeah. Okay,
exactly.
Mr. Jah, thank you.
So, okay. Were you enrolled with the former system?
Sorry, say it again.
Were you enrolled with the biometric ID card?
Oh, no. I've been in exile for 10 years, so I'm not part of that new ID card system,
Perhaps, whereby you put your name
and
then verify, and then it will show you your name, all your details, everything.
I'm looking forward to for you to secure this contract so that we all can have our biometric ID card wherever we may be. Eh?
Yeah.
All right. Yeah. Okay. All right. Thank you very much, Mr. Jah. Now I give you 2 minutes, Mr. Dabo. Mr. Dabo.
Yes.
Yeah, Mr. Dabo, you want to conclude it,
Yeah. Memu fola de Sierra because OJ ya be for it. Yeah. Pristine tumu company ze mu yalonko memu emphasize la back into the database. The database is very important. And in the database akumasa telefon akumasa no ne pro ka Gambian jama ma ko no. When it is name. Police only get the track with my name number. And kata and a name number the malice of it. Then the next day accidentally the next day I am called. Then no information will be a beige. Gambies office banjo. Yeah. So the system will do me along. What do we know? Masakunda do bije. What do we believe the kafo? What do we parakela tapaleake? Imira kablu ID card do ni kana. Momo sa frono ni ID card do ikamundi last kamundi thing. Ika sile reke na tani flata ni birth certificate ya send ya sama immigration ni ID card print ya adila. Yeah, so it was very easy. So they believe in soccer for in biometric stop because of it left certain people in ID card in stop. The ID card rampant, Gambia ID card rampantale, can be a biometric stop.
Voilà.
Can be a biometric stop ID card because the ID Gambian national ID card become rampant. Mobe aso. Just like birth certificate, Gambia birth certificate mobe aso. Abole nyama. So wana nko ni mo sakunda chance de mola. If Tareka Foko is the same thing, we will prove we are looking for a mola system on we prove wrong because it all don't be the well, it all like a system of Kalino, and that react because Kuro form Kaduma Sakunda no Sabuka Dunje.
Well, I'm telling you.
Ni ID card ni Buga Ikakuro in collect name is very funny. We put in bank dekana, GRA na, Yakuro collect from the office at the end of the day, then there's some direct to the bank. At the end of the month, you Christina Kodila, Itola Kodota. So I believe the system is very clean. It's very clean and it's very secure.
Okay.
And I believe I become Marquela Battle.
Very good. Very good. Very good.
Yeah, we'll thank you so much for your time and for having us.
Yeah, I should thank you definitely, because I'm always here, but I should definitely thank you for coming out and speaking to Gambian people, especially those in the diaspora and back home in the Gambia, because right now a lot of people are watching us on Facebook Live, and at the same time we have a whole lot of listeners on the Gambian Code website as well. So we thank you, and then anytime you think you should talk to the media, you should talk to Mengbe Kering, please do not hesitate to approach me. I will provide venue for you, because we are here for all Gambians, irrespective of tribe, irrespective of sexual orientation or political affiliation. Yeah. Thank you so much. Thank you. Butumbadi ngolun telenga omo inyola. Mbatunga nalalo keba adjust demanding. Yo. Ngai badi ngolu telenga omo inyola. President Company me anon ko wolle nata kakafumma bi. Memo OJT Usman Jah aning Mr. Dabo la kumol seniata bake mbe tentura mbe jayila yo watol minta kanana badi ngol komin dalta ka fale nyamin doro Mengbe Kering to lubi janne mbuka la mo kam mbuka mo fale kudu tentu bari mantara mo kili jang mantara kafu kili jang mbe Gambia le jang so nyine ya sabu nimmi e koli akuo soto doron ayen kana mutandi nkala fin ni mari e kacha foyte mari e ibota jarale bang foy bota kiyan ne bang foy bota banjun ne bang foy bota katon ne bang ibota dawoda e mo siwo city andi we political party o party kono nyine asabu e wato do ninga tonyal fo modu kan tumi ka fo ko nyinul be judi pi da bara manke wotin tolbe lorim banko bede ya monta wo mol min yalon ko kan tumi kombe UDP le ila fita nga UDP ke nyamin tonya tano kan ndelte sonna wala because ntule buka tonya tano fasa nka tonya da male fasa utum badi wala ni wor botaji ni wate kunto ndingo min tutaji bayrin kamara kunda fengo nyinga man jamfa wala mo domoroti so janni wo wato be sila doron nal sedu na nyin kacale kono mi yalon ko wala mimbe Kering famoti nka fo wala nyama bar president ngalu tentu ngali jayi andumbe duwala le fanan nyomoyo fo setala ni nyimman sakunda tema bayrin iko momo ika fo la borle tew andum momo kala file ka kora ka sambani te koto so wobe kumaya la bakel amunda badi wala bi na kacal nyantan sambala dami wolom nyinti ko tubabu du jang nga kule je ko mi yalon ka be takan ko mi yalon ko amantulu nyaabo bari kulo mi yalon ko molle sotota min yalon ko kam modu filindi walla fo e man tubabu dule lombang walla fo inene mandum asylum ko le kono bang walla fo e lafita ka toñata ka yela mandi ka ke toñata noti toñade nata yela mata wata keta toñata noti aka problemo le sabu bankoka kato ko yaya jamme wore kenna ay toñata aya yela manda ke toñata noti fengol yaya wati le sotota Gambia mojumale barakatete wala momi yeno suñarola mojumale barakatete wala momi yanon ko atinkole atete mojumale barakatete wala momi yanon ko ayeno faniya fola mol bini yanon ko be woli nyama tonya fo baliya kaboy mol kan andu jenketale inganiyol be fenkari inganiyol be jawyari wollo moluti min yalon ko wollon Gambia dinken dolutu no andu nganye mo sifale memfo nyinul keta banku mo kendoluti wo banko nin ala mamanta ben ka wo banko la duwa jabi wo banko te keno la banko barakamati bare ala dum aka hadama dingolu tesle ka wato dolu kan na limaniya fangota ka jibe bayrim fo ni nata Gambia jibe Gambia mo banko le te banko mi yalon ko dina banko lo nta fola muslime banko de katu ko nin christiano le denta jela bari Gambia mu dina banko le te bari christiania mu dino le te islam mu dino le te so ala ke dina banko te nin christiano le benta ika duwa min na wala mi ko alo mari ala kairo sabati banko ka nin muslimo le benta wato wati foy benta sanga dulal to bam foy benta kulli dulal to bam foy benta manyo biti dulal to bam foy benta banta bal to ise duwa ya fo alama na kairo momenti ala yo wakani so wodwal bete boyno la nyinne ya sabu Gambia la duwa mam boy ngamo kurngol soto bollam mo kendo duti mod min yalon ko e bota forest ye sambane ye samba pale soto mod min yalon ko wolle mo zero ti ila katakuwol to ye mutaye ke hero luti modu nyakoto nyinne be keru no Gambia so mod min yalon ko nata tubabu duja yaya jamme bi je wato min nafanga be fatiyare ngabe mo fala be kuwol ye banku dingol tale ye deport a tara wodu natale ko ini yaya jamme lo dunta nyon koy man hani kata Gambia katu ko Gambia man sala bi je man sami yalon ka ka mo fala ke aka mo butele ke aka wande aka molla fengol le tebulu ke nakar ka modu fuwari yandi bari dunia bankoli ya lo nyaawo nya ko nyinne be Kering ka bayrin ko mi yalon ka be Kering no Gambia mam mo kumpa mo bele yalon bayri ni tada Google dolon Gambia to safaje ibe min folo jela wala mu yaya jamme la HIV AIDS jararo yena muru yaje ko yaya jamme ko buwal le mindi yena muru yaje ko mo jelle fata yena muru yaje tili wotili mo jelle ka bula problème ko no bari jim bankoli ya wala nyaawo nya nyimbankolu ka min foye ni nata kana asylum dundi tubabu do bayde nde kunne wonte tambitanin asylum to lale walla moma nyanna asylum folante bayde ndebe asylum kono le sanji saba ando asylum ka mo samba dawoda ay nte samba jele mo jama bi jame samba woto bari yente mota janne yembulo ricen e koy be murundi la Gambia atara yaya jamme bije ndefa ngalon ko wato ni yente murundu Gambia yaya jamme airport to ton numbe duwol tarla jere bini yalon ko tumando bije ben kanate la le yensu bota ya be kuntun kunto ya ke kalero kono ya fraye majike janin ku ko tamodo ka APRC ko buwalle bari woni be ka tantela janne nkumbota le nyaajiro jata wurtale nkamolu nart mobuka moy bara ala la man sabayato ala kiti ta ko kula nin ala ko ido mokino le bijam wallahi ite seyla imo wo kino nyim domo bayden alla lon kum faya kunote gambian ko lo al ngala alala nin ala ko bibi ntebe nyindi amo min na jam na ko domo kino banda liverpool le so mambita sungote la london ndela fero ma sabu nakata ko ma sabu dia ku yambe bola janne ngata london ngata sungote je banin ala fanan ko pamodu bo jande ala domo kino banda Angleterre janne ala nibo kotango wobe Gambia le mote wo kale no la dia ku yambita wo kino domo la Gambia le because Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala lon kum faya kunot mol kanyo batandira dorom karle kali report karle asabu ye kari sendi karle nyinke nyanta dankane yala minna sako nin kontolu mu misile molleti na dankane ya nyanta kala munnate wolo mo hadama dungo de ikela kato dangole ala le ko nga kata bari mbe sonda nyinna le ko mo buka fa ila fa wato mansi bari iko nin sasata ali jara nyinne ya sabu ye boro lu bondi bari te fonga ya lon ko ngawo boro lu tan meta nin fata nin sasata nin na fa wato mansi nte fa muna ya sabu nka boro lu ta wo mun nakata ko wolti wo mun hadama di yaleti do bari ngalon ko ise boro ta nyawonya nin sa ya na te kana so ntol min yalon ko na mbota yaya jammela tajirante yala nata tubabu du jam andu ntol laboro yaya jammela tajirante yala amanke ko nata le kaje ko jamaba borta le fanam borta walla nyinde be Kering Gambia mankentela ban ninde fanan tata ko aketan nale tumandobi je aketan minil le na fa min soto je walla ye protection o min soto nde fanan be o protection kilo wala soto la bari nimbe wol kelan kamira la bam fombu kamira bari wo waton ka ala ko tale nga jenkende je nga min fon ka toñaale fo ala kam moyle nga fengo fo ngakilo bu kata o beka nyinde be Kering bari mbe nga lonne ko ndenene lota janne andu nga fole nga fonne na programme olto radio luto Facebook live oluto anindula kota molto kacha dulalto conference olto symposium olto lota dawoda Angleterre kono jak bayde wati sotota njamo refugee latino e kansa monon dulato refugee programme be dawoda isen invite Angleterre jang ngata ndi angale bingol la ko njamo refugee lat bayde dori bi jefam e malo muno refugee te kabire wo wato kono modi problème ol start nyim bankol kan ka tandi ko luntangol min kana nyim banko kan wolle ke la fengol beta wolle ke la do ko lutay man la fi luntangol la nyim banko kan ndeka buli janne ngata karambolo to primary school olto high school olto kata ke sensitize ka tandi la mo refugee ka tandi la ko refugee alka minje alla newspaper bala like the Mirror and the Sun and in order conservative newspaper nga tandi dindingol la because near dindingo karandi dindung katale tubabu du janne ka karandiro data dindingol la dindung katala yala alfalo karandi bayu ntoliya nin dindung kabe diamola ke bal safa ni me dabit ke bal be diamola dami to se diamoja bari jay ke la moy dindingol la dina alfat dindingo fengo fo ja wala mutonyaata Angleterre jamben na jannela andu ngalon tubabu du fanan do wala nyam nsita ngata ndi dundi wala ko aliyo minje wo kaytolo bala ko ntolo refugee ntolo mu shoplifter so dat wala nyindi ko ntolo mu sungol lete nka bitiko lete nka adu kalpel leke manke mo sobeti manke hadama de won famot ngoy ko ka fo wo manke toñata ntolo mu refugee lete andu muna mu refugee mu molete mo mi ya lon ko ay kolya ko le sotaya anata bori ala suwo kono atata wande suwo kono nyinkamma katanko soto je nyinna mo refugee yo momi e kolya ko soto je president se kolya ko soto je no Yaya Jammeh was one time a president, today is a refugee. So president was a refugee, president was a keno refugee tele nga president Jamal je mini alon ko bote yalto tata ke refugee ti dinkra kotangol minister ministre jelle tata refugee yala ka bontoli ya fawto dunia kono ministre jelle be refugee loyal se keno refugee tele doctorol se keno refugee tele womu molete womu tolete do e borte ya itata wandiya pour nyin kamala ke kuŋo kanande nyina mo refugee bari ni bote ya lota dulal beto le ngatandi wo mo be la ko ye Gambia di wo Gambia di hani atarabe ya jammela man sakunda kono do ko wala amu refugee de tina filti ka tuko ni be ya jamme ya do ko wala e fintite nata bante wati dantankeje ni murunta so kono e ka molle ta ya nekindi bala mol mini yalon ko ke koros andum hadama dimo be songole soto hadama dimo be jertale soto sakoni nga nyalo hadama di nyokan nka koros nyine ya sabu hanim futu nyoro nin musobe lori wata be ke korosila atela do ko manke fende foka ke koros abe sotaro jela nin ke fanan na do ko manke fende foka la muso korosi wate abe sotaro jela nyine ya sabu ko human being is not perfect na imperfection wala ya sabu ninda mal ko be nyo korosila ba ke dip katula nyo korosila ni man daro je man mistake o je woto walle man jenko je woto tela la fo la fannala isitaji daji koto njollu najam hani be do ko la yaya jamme ni nata li fo la ni murunta ike korse so wo korse lol kono ikata daji kaleje mi yalon koy tolbe sularin ka wolleje walle lafita ka minje wo mudu ngoje doro ye nyapika so nyine asabu wato nka foko Gambian ko be dawoda hana be do ko la yaya jamme na fintita banda doro amu refugee let andu wo mutonyate katu ko munum wati le sotata no wato mi yalon ko Gambia dimba wole kandi wulenta wula dimbati ni aje molu be bola nan Gambia ibina inaja itara detention on kono wole fisiata yetara Gambia because nde kabere be detention on kono ni nata konye ko nyin sign laftale se Gambia nka fo ile ko nga faja alien bade jang wole fisiata bi alien samba Gambia because to mando bi ni alien bade jang na mol sen kumbo dol sen fureji ba na alien samba Gambia mo tan fureji la mo fango talu nan nata dami se jino airport to fang e ko amon futa folo comme ye minke mo jamal mo jelle filta Gambia economy yalon ko mo meji man sakunda ka meji police ko meji militaire ko meji douane ko meji mo ko meji woltata le yemanta yem mo moji so man la fi aussi fay ken bari ngalo ne ko mote ya falin nani wandiyal mo moy ka fo la dulale tiwtiw ila boroy ka fo le tiwtiw ando mo ila fiti yale la katambe wandiyala fona kata kutun kannoti walla mor mini yalon koy me wulu nyalo bare mo ita wuluta dami bota kun jirobe sareri dami ila fita jele la katambe wandiyata nyene ya sabun ko tamo atemu na nyantoleti bare nin sey wato sita soto kata soto manke ka sey wo mo fardoleti kat ko ya molle to suwo kono itenata nan tamol so ninga wolbe jibe inam na kala refugee eka ke mune follow because ni nata ni la fudo ndol ngalo nako hani Gambia famoto alka immigration jele kata eka pamito ni nyine bare nga mol fango je janne mol mini yalon ko ilota Facebook to yo ko against ko Gambia immigration manya na wakala kabula molu noma ka pamito nyine banko na man control muna ina ninga bungolu don kabunda kala pour ka soron mbuka bula je doron ni momo nata idum nka bunda kala ka soron ngamira security wala nan ka bunda tanka soron pour nyinka mala na fengol min bije se tanka na muso min bije se tanka na dimba yal min bije wor fanan se tanka ba ni mo nate ya namna dunna obun kono aka bunda le kon folo na bunda kon ye bunda ila ya ka fo ile salamu alaikum ina yo konto ya lo wo mu jumale ta nata munen la janni babu dala be dunne la dimba le kam bun kon nyin non pamito fanan nafat nin luntangolu nata bota ne ya banko nyanta control la nin Gambia man permit system on soto dami yalon ko e banko dingol nin luntangolu bonyoto obe kala moneti dunia be binale momo na yesi Gambia nin kena ko kolyate te ay na yesi Gambia e bungoloji at the end of the day regulation tiji momo na meta mo be ba fola mo Gambia nolti mo be tatale sotaje andon sinin somo Gambian ko be la fila Gambia la nyamin ñilluntaŋo miŋ ye a loŋ ka buta naŋ kulikoro walla buka naŋ sabe kotaŋ niŋ wo naata ate lafita Gambia la komi Gambia diŋo lafita a la ñaami niŋ Gambia taata fo saŋ ka maccoo karasi ka laa bala dula ye jani ñiŋ doŋ miŋ ye a loŋ ka buta naŋ kulikoro wote wori la pour Gambia ye jani kaata ate waa loŋ na le ko naa jani tan sen bornoo le ŋa muruŋ kulikoro bari Gambia diŋo miŋ ye a loŋ ka Gambia dammaa le soto wo baa fo la le ko niŋ janita nte bitaa muntoo le ñiŋ ne ye a saabu political impasse kono jama baa bi je doolu bi je ko mbatu ŋan na dimbaali samba ye mama ye dukari ye taa je doolu ko mbatu ŋan na dimbaali samba na ñiŋ banku kaari bari moolu minnu ye a loŋ koye Gambia dammaa le soto i maŋ dulaa doo soto wonni la dimbaayaalu tuta Gambia le i maŋ taa daa wo daa i ko a be ke la ñaawo ñaa a ye ke wo ñaama kaatu ye Gambia dammaa le soto so niŋ naata tubaabu duu janni ka ke refugee ti i ka bula silol le nooma siloo miŋ ye a loŋ ka a bee futandi la refugee yaa to i ka bula mu le nooma i ni la sakoosoo le kana niŋ ni la sakoosoo naata i futata wandiyaa i bee ñiniŋ ka la le foloo i naata mu ne la so i naata miŋ ne i be wo le dantee la nte de mbota naŋ Gambia le bari niŋ ye a je naataal la jaŋ kayitita mbulu de bari ŋa kafiri mansa le sotontolu yaa a ka moolu buutee le a ka moolu faa le a ka moolu batandi le a ka moodoolu bayi a ka na feŋolu tambulu i b'a fo ne bisimila ye wolu bee taa ye bee safe ye ñiniŋ ka i too la i futuuta le bayi hani maŋ futu walla n futuuta le wo safe niŋ ye musoo soto ye diŋolu toolu safe niŋ ye diŋolu soto ye wolu fanaŋ safe ye naamuru ñininkaaroo ye siya ñininkaaroo ye diki koteŋ i taata karambunjumaal to i be nuŋ muŋ doo kuulu la i naata niŋ munel le i naata ñaadii le fo i naata niŋ siŋol labaŋ fo i naata niŋ kununtiilaal labaŋ fo i naata niŋ motoo le niŋ ye wolu beeta ye establish fo kaba miŋ kummaata asylumoo kono Gambia diŋol nene ŋa fo jani moolu ka wulu naŋ Gambia doroŋ firi ye naa tubaabu duu they don't make any plan kuumaŋ kee la because kuwo keta moo miŋ na wo buka plan faŋ kaa fo niŋ taata mbe ñiŋ niŋ ñiŋ ne fo la kaatu miŋ keta a la naa taata ka wo le bari ye asylumoo je tubaabu duu bee ye a loŋ ne ko kabiri Yaya Jammeh be Gambia a ka moolu faa kabiri Yaya Jammeh be Gambia moolu ka filiŋ kabiri Yaya Jammeh be Gambia moolu la feŋolu ka teebulu le a tara a manta niŋ siloo la bari tubaaboolu lafita miŋ loŋ na pour ite sii la bankoo ka ye kayitoo dii la i ñanta proof la wolu ye a le beyond reasonable doubt jaakalu kuwo te daamiŋ ñoosoo te daamiŋ mu ne kete ite kundiŋo le ite kaatu ko ye a loŋ ne ko Yaya Jammeh ka moolu faa Gambia bari ite paamoolu booja miŋ naata i ko Yaya Jammeh niŋ ye a je mboota na Yaya Jammeh ka ñiŋ ne ke ay mu ne ke ite paamoolu la i lafita ka ñiŋ ne establish fo la ite kuŋo ñiŋ ne keta jamaa la ha bari faa kete ite la le faa maŋ ke ite la they want to establish that niŋ wo taata fo wo lonta i lafita ñiŋ na fanaŋ ka tandi ko ok ñiŋ kete ite la Gambia i borta na i naata jaŋ saayiŋ pour ntelu ŋaŋ na kayitoo dii la mbe laala ñiŋ ne la ko niŋ murunta Gambia ite tanka la ñiŋ ñoŋo le be kede la koteŋ so ite maari ñanta wo proof la le bari i be a proof la mu ne la ate ke la daa koloma kenseŋo ti kayitoolu le ñanta tar la jee seediyaalu le ñanta tar la jee siloolu le ñanta tar la jee i be wo kuwo taa la i be a londi la ñaamiŋ ko nte paamoodu de mborta naŋ ne de ye ñiŋ ni ñiŋ ne ken na de bari n fele n futata jaŋ bari niŋ murunta Gambia koteŋ ñiŋ ni ñiŋ ne bitaa kelaŋ na ñiŋ ne be keeriŋ bari nga moolu jele naata sukuroo le niŋ moolu ka diyaamu le miŋ ye a loŋ ko they are interpreters Europe niŋ moolu ka diyaamu le minnu ye a loŋ ko they are case workers Europe niŋ moolu ka diyaamu le miŋ ye a loŋ ko they are lawyers Europe anda a maŋ ke Gambia diŋolu dammaati niŋ tubaaboolu ka diyaamu le lawyer le bari moo doolu bi je i kaŋ too di tubaabu lawyer la wolu kante kontaa kabiriŋ jaŋ fo Amerika i kaŋ kontaa kaatu ko muŋ na muŋ te mu refugee le ti nse moo doo fanaŋ seediyaa noo la a ye ke refugee ti moo tuba lawyer jamaa le kante kontaa jaŋ kaŋ ñiniŋ kaŋ ye mu ne loŋ ñiŋ na kuwo to i se la case fo ñe bari doolu bi je comme nene ŋa miŋ fo jaŋ moo miŋ ye a loŋ ka a tata Germany a ye sukuroo dundi je a ko a bota na Yaya Jammeh la tajiranteyaa le be Gambia i be wo maari ñiniŋ kaa la mu ne keteete la Gambia ko ŋa moo le faa wo la ye naŋ borta naŋ fo ite yamata Germany ko le be wo bula le ye a le tumala miŋ na moo faa naŋ Gambia wo buka ke kata ye moo faa ñaadi la la story wolom ñinti ko ate kata faama la niŋ si koore le kanta bar sulu wor kana je le wati ne wati so afa mai kartu so san adiya like keso keje so yara fam akwala friend so la te fam ni minir ka wuli ka boy wolle tate kata te silandi wo kanta dulay kata mabo fito kono e ka kuma ko sulu wo ka fay so kabira te wo je wolbe kuma la fo sulu aka kido cika ko le ko jumala bi je moma dan ka te amira fo sulu wole bi jata da kartu so fay wota e mofa so biri ay woke jannim police so ba mutala te borta so wala te si jamana lafite sukuro dia la kabira te fo ngoy mu ke police le kubande ko alna ko biri police na te kali yin samba nyin ate mo farek so nyinnam ko te minika doko ndebe siri motorcycle ka ngamu su kono male taka boyta fat andu ninduda Gambie ben soron na wala nan nata mborta nata jam muna wolte keno la asylum because munam ite criminal yale ke Gambia hani atara ite tata le loi be bulalale after kiti kola bari tubabo le wojele ko niye mo fa inata nyindula min famoto niye mo fa be soron na so wota keno la asylum niye mo musukono ma takini bebe la ya fa ibe soron na ko wota keno la asylum so nyinile lebe Kering. So people may along they they cannot prove their case beyond reasonable doubt. Wolu 50-50 lebiji. Ise sendi nole ite sendi nole. Angalteri ja mol bijana mini along ko banka ito soto. Sanji tang ibe nyim banko kan ime sendi. Katu komunum iman tara dulal to wrong place at wrong time. Dulal. Because iko ngambori borla bebe kunkana nyinol bari fanketum ketum fanum tan saya borot nite man kayto soto e bijang iko itenjela sanji tay bijanne de ballun ne be soto lungo mi yalon ko ning ala mamman tabe ibita talla dulale to dulami yalon ko problème ole ketaje police ole futa dore monu muta andun jande police ole nate kamune ku folo e kaminni ni ngawolo mu yo ID ila ID le katu ka mo lo walla ita bota muntole ita mu jumal so police ol bukafo ita bukafo jam police e fo mante sute o man sula ke ta sute because a melo so bari problemo kata hani atareta mo problemo ke nim police ol yetara wo area la fo sonte futatela iba fo le follow ID le ni tama ID findina ba jela ko ita be nyimbanko kanne illegal wolom nyinti ko be loi fango tinya kanne katara nyimbanko kan ni me hakilo to wolo dulato ka lamo bule bulo la wolto nyindom ngamrate mu naso itelbe mundo le ngamrate mu fen ko di kiam ko lo matete kiam ko lo atete yalon kuno ngi promote avele biate be mi yalon ngal promote kuno bi kan ko please mbe video lay batu fani nga fale ni sunte watu sit al kakan call katu ko munum hana tara mantara video la be tarambe bisi rimbe sunte dada so kan call jama woka problemo le samana kan na stream dindre so please al kanan call so mimbe Kering nka fo le nyama nga datu wala nyama mba fo ka wala nyama andum fanambe continue la ka banke wala nyama inyante la case proof la le beyond reasonable doubt bari muneket modu natale inata nim bakwel kabiri nata nim bakwel futata Italy atara Italy mandia do ko tiji italiano do fanka mune do moy ka balu pastal la kato ko do ko tiji italiano fam bebe janjandin dunia ko natale kana modia o modi be bor kay kata dula dul kabiri futata woto atara dula tiji janjanda dunia kono kato ko Gambian ko be mu baklim fakle nati ngaterol sotole ndese tarano janne mo ko nyakon nata le mbel London nen kay ko nanay ni la jantaring fo janni la kurbe soni alan ka wolbe ke bari ita Sweden ita Finland watile tambita jomala ni nyum ku kunta wonna da mansa kunda kutonata kabiri nyum mansa kunda kutonata deportation o ngalonne deportation o ni migration o bebe kanyandi ne katu ko ntolo Africa won meta nyum fola nkontolo Africa won total de andu nyanta fero kala la ngayata ngayada ngaya bambandi ngabo nyinjutu na yakon tubabu koyolo ntoli ya ebuke deport bari tubabo lu tidi woti la ala fonye banku tidi woti li ndella jang ndella gadwe ka al mori nyelinka ika Afghanistan o min deport ibuko Africa no deport ika Indian o min deport ibuka o African o deport andun Africa fankono ika Nigerian o min deport ibuka banku deport wo nyam. You go to Jamaica na sita ika fo ni man passport o soto iten sendila yalo ni man passport o soto iten sendila travel document ni mo soto iten sendila o ma di male to o katale man chata fly o nyinta ya luas kuruntila mi yalon ko wala nyanta to chikala kal samballa bankolo ka so ka fodoro yende sendile e man kayto dinna man passport o tembulu wo is illegal. United Nations nyanta nyin non nale United Nations be mune kala no wat United Nations wato ko United Nations be lori mun to la ngamra be loring American. Donald Trump ya moje le deport e namna Donald Trump fo la fang nyimmi mbota je Barack Obama moli ya mira atemu mo fingole ti ninga nata at a deportation okela but Obama keta the worst president ikai ko the deporter in chief. Obama mo min deport hani George Bush famo mo deport. So deportation is not a new thing. Ya ke min na doro woni yo ka kuyale katun tolanga min mira wala mnyinti ko na kuwo bebe tubabu dule bari hada madimolu ala buka saran tolula ala buka kuke kuwa mi yalon ka ben tolu torala tolu nyanta wala lonna na dankene yalu to ala buka tolu pusu kukan kuwa mi yalon ka ben tolu batandila bari ala kuwa kuken toliye wala mun tolla man tabe mot mol katara tubabu du janne be halakiri ite doku sotola walla ni doku sota beni jutuna ila kodolte sila ila kute sila suwa kono man kutute noje katu ko nimme mesi noja ibe munete ila no suwa kono ngajele wodolu muta wol seta voluntarily kabiri tata suwa kono ila dimbalu malata ngajele mol fanan bijaye muta ye sendi suwa kono kabiri fotata suwa kono ila dimbalu malata so ala man sara mola de andum hada wadi won tol kan harje bayndile bari tol malon harje be larin dula munto dula nyinne ya sabu nin kolu latan kan alna riyak bari na reaction oli kanyam katu ko nin na reaction olu tambita nka bula ala kasidale nka tandi ala ko yenyi minge amanyan na kala andum moma nyanna fola ala yenyi minge amanyan na kala katu ko ala ka ala kuoleke andum ala e kuo kuke wolon kuote mim nyanta kala jongo man kunoje andum ay kuo kuke wala mu jongo la mantabe mot nyinne be keri bari mune natake ndebi ja wato minna ndebi ja jeni je mon sen kumandina mimbe keri fillani ko liyam kumandi katu mo kelene ni nyin breaking news nata ko loya Usenu Dabo ay kodolet ay signero le kaning European Union ye kodi jamal le diala million pour ise Gambia di molta ye deport nan suokon bando Usenu Dabo mu ke balete mi anon ka dingol soto ngalon ko asake nyaawo nya asake politician oti wote kela Usenu Dabo la nganioti ka kodo muta EU bulu pour ka moluta ke sey bari mol min fanan kan jinul fo albuka dia mo yiri kuntori dole bi jal kadi amu mo dole wala mu yiri control te toñade andun jalo ya fola ko ka bayo sa yiri control wo mu tiñaro lati al kadi amu mo dole wala mu yiri control lati wali e fengo fenje screen auto ila talal ye fengo fenje newspaper bala ila talal ye fengo fenje television auto ila talal ye fengo fen moy room auto ila talal bar hani ala subhanahu wa ta'ala ko nal mallan altanna alqur'ano fango ta'ala ali ya jibe ali ya tenteng ali ya jibe foto nyalon foto nyante ali ya fango sasi fatul be nyin alqur'ano hana tara be kala word kilinde fatul ba safe no la lay tilin ko nyimbe tilin di nyam sako hada madu amanke ko nga kuo kuje nyin screen no bala to nyalo amanke ko Reuters e fango fen safe to nyalo amanke ko BBC e fango fen mondi to nyalo bari ntolo hada madu ngolo ntolo nyanta lola la wato do ka media fango ka media fango scrutinize ye nyin safe le ba muna sabu yenyen safe to nyano fo to nyante bari manyan nasira ngamira fo media e fengo fen safe wala mto nyate biko ni na taji be fam media e moltale yenke yiri control te mol min yalon ko ila korsirol mawara andu ila jerol mawara fana itelle ka fonye ko muna mto nyate ane muna manke to nyate itelle ka fonye ko ibe jinne do wala bi e manyan na nyin do wala bi itelle ka fonye ko ibe nyinne mirala ani nyanta mira la watu jumal media so nyine asabu alna hakilonto modo nata ko ha do ya dabole oke tubabu du be wulta heta sol ha loya dabo nganyil lonne loya dabo e kodole diala bari nyanta min mira la wolom nyenti ko European Union manke Angleterre hani Angleterre jan ni be kodo dile la tubabu wala bukata e kodo ke rankeso kono walle kodo ke kartabulo kono yene ko hin nanga nyin kayto sign nsalla mol sendina wo buka keno Gambia nganna brain tamande wol do buka keno ñinul ka ke transactional de mi yalon ko amanke koy binale kodo di loya usenda bole ka alla mol samana bari ngajele IOM bi janne wo manke biti ndol nata wato minna IOM kan to be sensitize le ka tan linna ko na lafta voluntary return kera mbe nyin ko di nangam le di la na le futata alla banko ka le business olu kewot ndeni modol be detention senegalais woltata ni wokodo la because ya yemin fo nyawona nyinde ko nya pamodo fi jaru ko nyim nyebi iseta momo ye wuli pauno wuli sabadi le seta I hayna be la spare pass afo la nini la ku kota mon la Senegal yaje so nin to le bijam na womira ko nyinni nyin IOM nata Gambia organization of migrant imaje nata nan Gambia ini loya dabule be ko killing nko amang abuka ke wonyam nyinul min yalon ko ye sendi itolo fango nyante fang gibe la minna wala munyinte ko ndol nada tubabu dule nkonni yaya jamele problemo soto yaya jamele mbali kata Gambia yen nyenen ka ko ni murunda Gambia yaya jamete fale ko he ni murunda ben fala endi duwol yaya jamena ata boji atarete la kaytu ko mambo nyama kono folo ni wo kono inata ete murundi ita nyanta ala tentulale ka to ko mi yete borondi nan kana wotigi ngalo ne ko tubabu du jang mo jama kanale ko yaya jamelen kidindi atara wonni yaya jamema affaire so bari ko mi ngavo nyani Gambia problème o min benunje mbe situation o min kono no Gambia dingo be mu refugee let andu Gambia dingo tata dawde nyanta non ka asylum o dila wo wato ye refugee ya dila wo wato bara manke saint so nyine asabu ferol be kekan wo bankobe dada no la nyaadi le to nya kono anin fanu nyato transparency ka jeko na Gambia dingol min ya lon ko be wolle bitatu babu be halakilaje wose isekarno wole tank nyine be kere mo jelle fata bakon modol nata je tonya wonni yaya man nyoso to fenna bar Gambia dingo be mu refugee le bari binga min mo yakuwa yensila bake wala mnyende ko bi sa ne modi ye modi deport ye momo deport abe ka fole Adama Barrow le asabu yen deport bari tada press conference o ke montole nyine asabu nga safero ke nko fo Halifa sign ala office o mu report dulalti pour ka EU report aya ka UN report Halifa ya aninka Adama Barrow la man sakunda report Halifa ya katu press conference o be Kering dami if I don't get it wrong yatandiko hali doila office o konono asake nyinul tata le kata pour kadiamu foro yae bari jomale press conference o nyim organize fo tubabo dunata wol kana nyinin karo bari wol tubabo manke fulti moy kanyinul nyinin ka nyaadi nyim fanko yatala asylum o nyi ya balle yala asylum o nyi manson bari natale wati dindiala atare be da kayto jibe ko jamfa moy ka wokel ikela asylum o tale ya burka bari ye chance de ya foy ko a appeal ika wokele so wo appeal o kono you have to come up with fresh evidence so ni one fresh evidence also within some time ye time frame min detail ni one fresh claim also no woto ni nta sile ye bato ni yete muta wato wate bari immigrant o min be Europe atambita siala le te be muta no la nyola ba ni be muta lungo minna wolun ne kayitela ko topoto ite bota dami yete murundi woto bari nga mi moy boy ni wala la press conference o dako Adama Barrow ni Usenu Dabo fa ko foreign minister ako wolle responsible tatela seindola wol ma responsible la seindola ndoke wol be la do ko wala nin miniliyete sendi wol fanam be la do ko wala wol yete mutanyami loya Usenu Dabo man kuno woto Adama Barrow man kuno woto because tubabu du man ke Gambia le ka problème soto ya fo nko na mbarinde ngolo nyinta ay ñun telephone wala hello nko yo inspector bilali o mem mutam mbarinde ngolo wala bule ko yo yalo malon koy barinde ngolo mbarimbatu hey fode ala wa fintindi se ala bula ita ha jola jamman tarawo nyama de janto nya wule wala kafo ibari ndimo fango la kuo ni eda bula woto ni meke ku ke charge le nepotism ni meke ku kata kasota jangani prime minister fango ni e muta prime minister me bondino wodulato ye bale asylum la prime minister ta sabu no le asylum ta ya ditela because ala haji tiji jang immigration on ni la dokuolon police on ni la dokuolon politician on ni la dokuolon ikara minna politician on le ya wona nyinde ko ye la case jibe for police on ye nakale fo be nakale wo sifal but they cannot force the immigration ka foko ala di nyina so Adama Barrow mi yalon ka tele ya jamme bondi itanate ko ni ya jamme le kuyata Adama Barrow ya jamme bondi Adama Barrow ta lola ya fo duniya mode ko ndala jang hansa ya mandiya ko walla na mon mingi kabori Gambia la kayto dila wata kan Adama Barrow be lola ka tandi ko tolla jande man sajaw min bota be don janga bondi le sain tolla jang mba do ku kanne andumbe la firin Gambia dingo bele na be kafun kan be ngado ko bari kanaka kafu Adama Barrow ka manke ko ite binadoro Adama Barrow ko do cika ya dila walle ite binadoro Adama Barrow ko okay ngeta samba ite ta do ko la nyindula kara ite ta do ko la nyindula kara buka ke wonya ma ite fango nyanta do ko nyinila mbe ngala nyo kan nganna banko do ko nyimbe wala nya bari nyimbe loring doila office ko no anim press conference abe diamula ko attending Adama Barrow fango diamuta la tarabe detention. I don't know how true is that. I'm not gonna say it's lie. I'm not gonna say it's true. But ngalon neko Adama Barrow foloto. Ndolo fanka kumandile. Bari Adama Barrow nena nka fonfonja nenko na interview nanek. Kabiri lumi na UDP ya keji. Na interview. UDP atata do bondi nga interview koten. Kabiri coalition ya keji nga interview. Kabiri nga keta president nga interview bari woni mbite mama interview no koten katu ko munom kunu ado nimbi ado manke kilimot bi kunu ka ado la telefono le busa doron nga soto jannin January be sila jannin Adama bita Dakar nga ado la telefono le commandera ko nya hello pamodu nga yes Adama ibe nyaadi su konon kolle nga kachari starting an interview bari bi ni nga ado la telefono commanda bukata fan konon bale falintare katu ko ado kunu ado nimbi ado manke kilintede bi ado mun na nyaton ko letin na president odon George Trump be America kumaya minna ado be Gambia wala nyama ndolla jang Theresa May be nyami ado be America wala nyama atolla Sweden alla prime minister be kumare nyami ado fanambe wala nyama fata la prime minister min be Sweden alka telefono o cika dolali ya kumanda alka ko butuwo nyinne be kere laftale nyinne hani ko anyanta tala through some form of protocols yaje so bara ko atebe detention otore Adama Barrow kumandi akay ko hay laftan deport lale ado kay ko no wontem fenti ado kay ko kabirinde famo be jamani yen deport le mavo fani alonde bari nte lano la nte pamodo nte la fona evidence o tandina ko modo en kumanda ko nya tonya ani ado diamuta nte famo be lorinje bari kay ko ay telefono le tane mobe diamo lete ado kan sute ba ko nya hanga ado kan sute ngai so kabira ko ado ko yen ibinandi poto la ado e mune fay akonye ko ado kayla ko ado kayla ko ndefa mo birimbe jamani yen di poto ngai ko je fo kabira be ado diamo ndila het funu fulale bal tuloto do beta tuloto do bata fanan tuloto e ka lon directly ado nyina ako haniko kabira apareta diamo la ko nyenni ado le bota diamo la bare ado ko ya te fango deport le ngai wala hukumo ni mfano manna so kana ke sedan duro ti man millo afo nyim ko nyele ko ani ado diamuta anata afo ado ko banita fanko ado ko wo statement on manke kilomoti amunte te fango be lorin nun jele itulo ba lale kabirin ado ka fay ko yente deport nan ka monni nan jamani iko loya Usenu Dabo aka loya Usenu Dabo kumandi foreign minister ako Usenu Dabo kay ko no yalo mansakunda tema wo kuul buka tariano Usenu Dabo kay ko bari sai yalo ntolu nte sonna nyinile bomo deport ite site deport ako biri yate deport afuta da Gambia naka pura kata ne Usenu Dabo nyoje Usenu kabora useno ka borala dindi nko rankam file mi yalon ko inata nim bakwella ifo tata Italy itata Sweden ifo tata Sweden yete deport because of ila asylum o mammuta andon Sweden so wala bu wala manke mon mimbe Sweden ali nyinin ka mo kalantangel be Sweden min ni da kaytol mo Sweden so manke bo jawti Sweden so kabri mo jaaji watola itolle ka Gambia asylum seekers wala la fo nya Gambia asylum seekers Gambia refugee mo jelle be Sweden for more than 40 years be sirin Sweden ya dabo yelen toli ando Sweden mo banko lete banko mi yalon ko jenkati je wol buka dukuke wonni Gambia man sakunda ta duko kala pour mo kilimo ka wocika wala mo fula mo saba ka wocika ka wol sende atra kayti tebul bara ko ni aja ni press conference oke aka Sweden solle bole United Nations ya o bo ko faliye fusu France muna mol min be bakende ke wolbe o moyla le wolta o moyla ita sun kan fa o moyla do tunye dole fanam be commandiro la fo Senegal lon fo France lon bank buto malo bari lafta min fo la hindu la do wala nyinti ko alanga hakilo lutu mbe sunkaro le kono alanga hakilo lutu kumo na fota molle ka lamoy so ñinul ñanda ñinen kala min na bari nin tabi jembe ñinen kala min na ko itata Usain Dabo fanana officer ko Usain katla mo dole tay diam bar Usain ya lonne ko ni to lutate teleba record lale so ñine ya sabu Usain Dabo ko andin telephone o kana dunna officer kon o fana manke toñat nti jembije nti jewo o manke toñata ko tan nale fer ko Usain Dabo manke sojaroti akoy tan nale fer ko Usain Dabo manke NIA akoy tan nale fer ko Usain Dabo manke security ni te parete audience de ni Usain Dabo ta fole ko ni da mobile o kana na ja womu faniya de faniyami yalon ko faniya kunangolo yalon faniya do bi jaka molle jelendi sai ya bare faniya kunang wala ye faniya tika ya la molukan mol mini yalon ko te fanga ya mera fo ike ni modo le fanyo kan kato ko munam wala be diari Usain na opponenole bari molle ke lamoy molle ka ko nyinta ka observe andun dunia ko ne tata dawda asylum molle bije ngamira kabiri yaya jamme bota may fati na la molta ta prison ye prisoner bula ye mune fale prisoner la bulota ikoy ko Gambian ol mem bula e nyanta report la nyindula karle foni watin nangam pour yeri habit i pour keta ke murundi society kon bari min yalon koy manke Gambian oti ikoy wol bulande moto kon ke samba bota to ke deport so nin Gambia e deportation ok muna ya sabu Gambia di wol bin yalon koy be banta ila kuwa ma wol nyaabo muna na wol fanante wol deport lanam ni wol ye wol deport fo mu Gambia la problème olet o my fat o Adama Barrow la problème olo fo ako ado kayle ko no deportation o manke fendin defo yen deport nande from Germany ako Adama Barrow le o fay nyindom kote so nyinne ya sabu ko andu nyinketa watu jumala ko after January amam possibility tara detention ko ne Adama Barrow commandi ini way kaja wo koy gonko deportation o be wala nyam yende fanan deport nan jaman ne kabedin tata je Adama te wo fole ntel nga ado to wala so alingam fonyo political point scholar na fatana itala wodi amo nying fona yese ndi koma barate sambala nyaata because wodi amo masabu Sweden so liela decision of buy yenete kamana Gambia ye murundi Sweden woman possible mo jamale deportate nyala Sweden jannim bibe sila so Sweden wolbe la do ko wallale ibe continue la do ko wallale hanin tolo fanga min yalon ko bijam kube kuto nimma wole ninga wolke ibe deport lale ando ni en deport nta fana no ado de asabu yen deport so nyinen lon ko wolte min yalon ko bi lafita kajeru saniyande modi ye fonyo kuma kensen folula ni min deport mo jamala fanga ente kumandina kunun ko ha pa modu ngamo yalla Angleterre fane be mo deportola ngoy ko Angleterre deportation o ka kejanne ko ni modu wulte bita do ko tili woti le modu kata do ko la tili woti le pleno le ka modu cika janke sendi yadi to e bota dami andun tili woti le lunda wala fanan ka bonan dula dolte ka dunja so jambe wala nyama ni enta jinen ka fo be mo deportation on la yes be mo deportation on la bara tutale fo ye Gambian no bulata o deport mo ko no wa fo mo mula o deport mo ko nyinno mu ko te mi yalon ka be Kering bari be min fo la fanan e oponne no le wala mu yenti ko anna Gambia jibe Gambia meta batare Gambia meta yelo bonnan yaya jamme ala tajirante yalo ala nakaro ala kulombali yalo Gambia meta nyin kono bakele nin tol be kafuta nyola nga Gambia bondi nyim nyatan kono nko ntolle nyanta nakela nyola koten ka Gambia bil bari manyan na sonna nyinna dola koro way kentol la celebration o tinga tantangol lo wala amman possible so nyine ya sabu nin dindi wonata ibe la kumol foka ko tole association le wo association o akko suidi sol kabiri abula prison kono ye uniform o le dia wo uniform o iko be wurala bala le kabiri ka samana ate ko aba wo uniform o te wurala ani wo uniform o bula na pleno kono abina futa la Gambia pleno kono iko be wurala bala koten amanso yalo nyinna nyin story mi yalo ka man tilling maybe a nyin story sifa le fanam fo suidi sole aya be du nyokono e malo muna mo kungote muna mo fenyoti nyinne ya sabu ya sambala because imagine la narrative from man tilling so bari woman ken tol sawote pour yate deport malla fi Gambia din deport jam kol yata wo e asumu yata wo aketa nyawonya malla fi Gambia din support bari Halifa Sallah Gambian ko lu balon kan de domondinde yalo nganyem fo modi len ko ntol man Halifa kom bari kunundim mere la fangole ka fangola tilo tay Adama Barrow e respect ko sifa bele cika di Halifa lo spokesperson ti Halifa ko banko be nunga telebulu kabirin ado be Dakar Khalifa nyin transition ole ya sabu banko mol min fango ma tolon ibe ya tolon atolon kola ya horoma ya bunya ta akorun kola ya horoma ya bunya sai mune ya sabu Halifa be malate wala wo kamara don badi ngodo wato sita kamara kunda wato sita kamara kunda femo ngal tento ngali jayi annal tel kanum telon pamodo bojam bin sita le jam bi fana kanillay ko wonte o mano la bi bari ngafara komba sambala nan bari raji do ko mu wato lati programme mu wato lati mol min yalon kon ke letindi suntela mbala hakko danila amankem fanan sawoti bari ni ñew wato le wularolu ngana programme o ke so wo kamara do ngalten do ngal jayi annal tel kanum telon pamodo bojam fo ala en beni aussi wati kotenna wato mi yalon ko mbina murunale jam koten ala barka bake